Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to Love, Drama, and Deceit. Today we're going to do a recap of The Shy, Season 7, Episode 2, uh, which aired on Friday. We're going to start by talking about Alicia and Tiff was talking, and Tiff told Alicia that she was pregnant, and of course, she was happy. She told Tiff she was happy, and told her the boy. And Tiff said, "How do you know it's a boy?" And then Tiff told her. Then she asked Tiff to move in with her. At first, she was skeptical, but then she talked her into it. So, and uh, and I also have two guests on, Joa and Hitchadu.
Hello. Yeah, with that scene with Alicia and Tiff, I think it's gonna be she wanna try to control her.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how true it is, but I think Alicia, I mean not Alicia, but Tiff gonna end up they probably end up battling it out or arguing. But Tiff gonna pick up some of Alicia ways.
hmm Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, she is going to try and control her. But Tiff is giving it as good as she's getting, though. She's giving it back to her. You know.
Yeah. Yep, she is.
But she's not going to let her. I don't see her letting her control her, even though she tried. She gave her the, which I remember I told you that she was probably going to end up letting her run the lounge. Remember I told you that?
Yeah, you did say that. Yep.
Yeah. And so now she gave her the lounge and something that there were two things. I can't remember what the other thing was, but
She gave her the lounge.
yeah,
I
she
mean, not
let
the
her run
lounge.
it.
She gave. Now I knew she gave her the lounge, but what was? I didn't know it was a second
It
thing.
was something else she said before that, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But yes, she gonna let her run the lounge and let her move in, and I think I'm like you. Is she gonna try to control her, tell her what to eat, how to eat, and everything? And
Hello.
hello,
Yeah, I'm here. What happened?
yeah, but yeah, she definitely gonna try to control her and tell her what to eat and what not to eat because she was already sitting on the couch trying to tell her stuff, and then she told Alicia that she was grown. And Alicia told her, are you just a baby? Like that, trying to play it off. But I think Alicia was serious about it. But she's not going to allow her to control her. But like Nietzsche say, like he could do say, I feel like they are gonna come. They're gonna come full circle because Tiff is not gonna let her control her, even though she letting her run that lounge and pretty much letting her do what she want. And then Tiff hired Victor to help her out, and she wasn't thrilled about that. At first, I ain't gonna say she wasn't thrilled about it. I didn't think she didn't like the fact that Tiff didn't come to her before she hired Victor. But but Tiff let her know that pretty much you letting me run things. So she kind of backed down once Tiff said that to her. I mean, me personally, I don't see what's wrong with her getting some help, but I guess you say it's her establishment. She just wanted to know what was going on beforehand. Yeah,
Want me to run it, so let me handle it.
right. Exactly. She said, "Yeah, you wanted me to run it, so let me handle it." Yep, exactly. So don't try to, she know what she doing. She a businesswoman. She's selling. Look at how did that weed business they was doing, her and Rob. So she know what she doing.
Well, she was doing that weed by herself at first.
Right.
Hmm.
Cause I don't think Rob really knows. She kind of introduced him to it, cause he didn't really care. He didn't like
Oh,
he cared one way or the other. He just
hold,
wanted the
hold.
money. Right. Yeah. He say he's open. What you think about him and Picard? You see how that them looks and stuff.
I don't think nothing gonna come with that.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Nah.
Yeah, but he looked completely different with that hair. Cause he had it that Afro type thing on his head.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
hmm But so far as what's his name, Nook, what you think would I don't. I know you said that both of them might be liking her, but I think Nook is feeling
He
sorry for.
here's just the guilt. Here's
Right, here's his guilt. Yeah, here's his guilt.
she might turn into Alicia. I mean Tiff, and when she find out about what Nook did and take him out.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody gonna take him out. I don't know if it's gonna be this season or how long they're gonna let it drag out,
And
but
that's what I want to know too. Since Kenya is leaving, I wonder is she gonna tell anybody about it?
probably
Oh,
not.
oh,
Not yet.
he gonna she gonna leave?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
gonna go stay with her grandma. I think what she
Mm,
going to Arkansas.
wow.
yeah, yeah. You know what I think gonna happen?
What?
He Nook told Zeke that he's helping the girl. How did he put that? The girl is pregnant. The guy that he took out, his girlfriend is pregnant. He gonna put those two things together. You watch. Remember he said that to Zeke.
Oh, did I know? I didn't know he did.
Yeah, he said that. He didn't call no names. Nook didn't call no names. He went back to talk to Zeke because he paid Zeke for some advice. And Zeke gave him
Hmm.
his money back because he told him, "No, you're not ready. You're not ready." You know.
Right.
And so when he come back, he told him that he was helping the girl was pregnant. The guy that he took out, his girlfriend was pregnant. So I just feel like Zeke gonna put that together. Either Zeke gonna tell it or his daughter gonna tell it. So I don't know. I don't see
I
Bakari.
was wondering what she gonna tell Papa, but
Mhm.
they already had their conversation, and she told him that she was leaving. So
Yeah, she didn't tell him, but yeah, but Papa and old girl still got some flames, don't they?
no.
You don't think so? There was a little
Mm-mm.
bit of chemistry still
Who
there.
you talking about, Gemma?
Not Gemma,
Kenya. Isn't her
Kenya,
name
yeah.
Kenya? Yeah,
Not
Kenya.
Kenya, not Kenya.
Oh, you talking about
Cav's girlfriend. You want to go Cav's girlfriend?
what is her name?
Maisha? Maisha?
Maisha. Yeah, Maisha.
Maisha, yeah. I think there's a little bit of sparks in it. They even said it. They even joked about it. She was liking him in school. First he didn't like her, and then, he did.
No,
You
she
know.
always liked the Kevin at first.
Okay, yeah.
Then I don't know how her and Papa end up hooking up. And then
hmm
she went back to Kevin.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin liked her, but he was just embarrassed because she was big. And once she fixed herself up, then he kind of like, got a little bit more interesting. She got a little bit more interesting. But anyway, she's gonna leave. I don't know if she's leaving off the show per se, but she says she's gonna go to where he is, and then and then you got Emmett and them in the restaurant with the baby in the restaurant. The man said,
He was
"No,
going
what he say?
crazy.
I'm gonna let you answer that. What that man said to cash register when he told him the baby needs to be changed? What he say?
He said, what?
What's his name? The boy with the fingernail polish. He picked up the
Damien.
baby. Damien. He picked up the baby and said he done pooped in his clothes. And then
Oh.
the guy was at the current fair getting ready to buy something. And he said, "I got to get out of here. It's too much in here."
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
them kids was driving him crazy. He only
Yeah.
had two of them with him, so I don't. Lil Ronnie was running around.
Yeah. And he fell. I thought he got burned, but he broke his arm, so he must have
Mm,
fell on something, or something fell on
mm,
him. But
yeah.
and then you got him and Emmett tell she told Emmett, but Emmett should have known not to say nothing. She told you, but that don't mean you run around and tell everybody. Then you tell Nook that she's
That she
pregnant.
was pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why
So
they got three kids in there, don't they?
Oh well, that must
Oh,
be his third child then.
yeah, yeah, his other little boy, the
oh,
one that well, you know what I was thinking, like when she moved in with Alicia, that maybe she would take her son back because she got house people, she got servants and stuff of that nature. I would think I would say, well, maybe she'll take her child back since she's moving in with her, and you don't really have to do anything. But no, Chad, he got jealous, didn't he, with Bakari?
Oh yeah, that was. And then what's his name said he already had it in his head. She like younger guys, right?
Right. Yeah, Victor was messing with him. I guess he was messing with him, but she just told him handsome. She said she was just boasting him up a little bit. She was. I don't think there's nothing there, not that little
He
young
he
man.
he told him he was just playing, but I guess
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah,
he
but
was
he
like,
got
I'm
him.
not jealous. Yes, she was.
Yes, you will. And then they was at their little gathering, little man's thing they got, and they was messing with Jamal. What's his name, Jamal? Messing with Jamal about his girlfriend. They act like they all done slept with. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Emmett
they.
had her first and then the daddy.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just messing with it. Okay.
No, that was for real.
Oh, okay. But they made him think that they were just joking, didn't they? But I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you
if he.
seen how Lene was acting when she moved in there? She called her a bitch and everything. I
He
was like,
sure did.
wow.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't that serious, but he didn't.
what
He
Jake?
didn't. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying what Jake told that girl. I ain't gotta tell you nothing.
He said, "You ain't my girlfriend. I ain't gotta tell you nothing."
uh,
She
I
had no
got
business picking up his phone. She had no business doing that, picking up his phone. I don't
I got a lace
yeah,
front like that. Like
yeah,
what she got a
oh, yeah, yeah, you don't even, you said you got lace front,
yeah.
Um, yeah, you don't pick up, she shouldn't have picked up his phone in the first place. And furthermore, putting it out on social media, that was wrong on so many levels right there. She shouldn't have did that, but oh well, it is what it is.
But yeah, let me go back to Lene. That was bold how she was acting, treating her, and the brother Damien was like, she was like, I know her name. I was like, well, why you call her out her name?
Yeah, but after she cooked that meal, she changed her mind, didn't she? Did look
Sure
pretty good,
did.
didn't it? He said, "You can stay."
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. I guess she figured when that lady left, she left the house to her, but she left it to both of them. She said, "I'm your guardian." Well, he's her guardian
Yeah.
because she's not really old enough to be there by herself. So,
Cause what is she
yeah,
supposed to be like 17, don't she?
I'm assuming so. Yeah, yeah. But she
And
was the
then,
one that Bacardi walked out on, right? He chose the street life instead of her.
yeah,
But she
yeah.
don't understand. He had to do that. I knew it would have killed him. He had to do that.
He didn't have to go.
You don't think he wouldn't have done nothing to him?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Well, I guess he wants that money then, but we'll see what's going to happen with that if they'll get back together. But once you chose that street life, you can't come back to my doorstep, buddy.
I don't understand why he didn't go stay on campus and why he want to stay with Nook.
I
Cause
don't either.
that
That's
that's
what.
why he was supposed to be getting that scholarship so he'll have somewhere to stay.
Yeah, exactly. And I bet you the professor gonna have to find that out on his own because he sure's not gonna tell him. And that he's not staying on campus. But you're right. That was the whole point of getting that scholarship. Then when Nook told, not yeah, Nook asked him, "How you get a scholarship?" He got
Right.
his look. He pulled his ear, cleared his throat. I thought he was going to catch on. You lying, man. But now we know when he get ready to tell us a field, he gonna pull his ear, kind of clear his throat. He told him that the professor got it from, which is true. You know, how you say it was omission. How you said it was somebody lying, but they ain't lying. So lying by omission, ain't that what it's called? Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, this
You
episode was.
answered your own question.
Yeah, I figured it out in my own head.
Oh God.
I figured it out in my own head, but yeah, I like it when the guys were together and they was having fun, and then you got the ladies had their little they had their
What
little
did he
thing.
say? What y'all having a waiting to exhale ladies group?
Yes,
And
uh-huh.
she said, "Nah, we having a set it off ladies group."
Yeah, you say what y'all gonna do? Go out and rob banks on the weekend? Pretty much what they did. They rob banks. Yeah,
So
but
so so what's the name? Alicia's man. He don't mind. What's the name living there? Tiffany living there.
I think
it ain't his
he
house.
had something like he had a
Yeah,
moment.
he did. He did. I took it like that too.
Yeah, he did
You
have a
know.
moment, but that's her house, and she'll tell him that too.
Yeah,
But
and
I get it.
that's her grandchild.
Yeah, and I get it. That's her mate. So she should. You don't have to ask him, but let him know. She didn't let him.
He asked, "Are you pregnant?"
Well, that was funny right there.
It was-
Oh no.
and then let me see. Say before y'all, let me before I turn it back off. What was the scene just before this one?
What before he asked her
Oh,
what? Uh-huh.
Gemma's big
Daddy.
daddy. Yeah, girl. That girl want to have a baby,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
said,
he don't want no more kids.
but he got to consider her too. I mean, he can talk about you got to consider me. He got to consider her too. Shoot, man, that's why you can't
Yeah.
get with everybody.
But you can't. It ain't no reason to break up the marriage. I mean, give her what
Yeah,
she want. I mean,
yeah.
she's there.
Oh,
They
they
like
married.
you.
Oh, yeah. He got to
No, no,
consider
no,
her
no, no,
too.
no, 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 no. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, they're not married. They're
oh,
not married.
okay,
But
okay,
that's my bad. But
okay.
give her what she wants. It ain't like you got to raise her by yourself like you did Emma.
Right,
You got
like
help.
Gemma, exactly.
Yeah, you got help.
Yeah, he got to
And
consider her
Gemma,
too.
yeah, and I think
Well,
Gemma
she
was
don't leave him. She leaving him.
yeah. I don't know who she gonna
Oh,
end
she
up
gonna
with.
leave him for real?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
they broke up. Yeah,
wow. That's
she
ain't.
gonna end, go ahead. She gonna end up with Shed.
Huh?
I think
That's
she's
who
gonna
she
end
did
up.
it with.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's who she's
Oh,
gonna
and
end up with.
Alicia gonna pop her. She gonna go crazy. Well, I wonder
Uh-huh.
what happened to the lady he was dating because she was pregnant.
Yeah. The one that
So
played on
maybe she gonna pop back in and come back.
yeah, and then with a baby. That's the one she played on Family Business, didn't she? That's Junior's wife, wasn't it? When that Junior's wife.
Junior.
That's who she
So
was on.
do you think that she's gonna get pregnant by him then? Is she
I
because
don't
she
know.
want to have a baby?
I'm just speculating. I'm just really having fun
Yeah.
with it. I
Is
don't
she
No,
gonna
know.
that's
get with
not
him?
Junior wife.
That's not her. That's not the one that play on Family Business. She doesn't
No.
look like her.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but they were together though, right? I think they were together. But I don't think Shad ain't going nowhere. He ain't leaving Alicia. He got power. He got protection. he not.
He
He
sure
not going
do.
nowhere. He ain't not. I don't see him going anywhere anyway. Cause that's the life for him. Cause he was a street guy anyway. So that's the life right there. He's not going nowhere.
And while what's his name, Victor was telling him he better not. I mean, I'm hopping to episode 1 when he told him he better not get in no more trouble. He the one was the reason why he didn't go to jail because Alicia talked to the judge.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That was the reason. So. Yeah, but we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. Cause I just feel like Chad is gonna want more control over her. She's not giving that, so you forget that.
And what
Uh,
about Tatiana? That girl done put their business all out there on the live stream.
yeah, that's why Charles got her.
Remy, that was her name, the one Jake was messing around with or sleeping with or
You're
whatever.
breaking up. You're breaking up, Lisa.
Huh?
You're breaking up. Go out and come back
Yeah,
in.
it's staticky. It's staticky.
Go out and come back in. Yeah, but yeah, the preacher's wife, Zeke's wife, the one that when you say the girl picked up the phone and Tatiana, he had her in there as first lady and then it got back, put it on social media, and it got back to the pastor, and that's why he let Charles preach because he wanted the pastor wanted to talk about it, put out a press call, a release or something like that, and he told him no, the more you talk about it, people won't forget it, and which make a whole lot of sense. That made a whole lot of sense because if you talk about it, it keeps it in the algorithm. Don't talk about it. So he didn't. That's why he said let him preach, and he needed to be with his wife out there in the in the audience or wherever. In other words, gravitate to your wife, make people think everything is okay, but it ain't. We know it ain't because he got him a side piece, and she got her a side piece. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. Yeah, talking about Charles and he was doing the preaching and told Pastor Zeke he wanted to put out a release on it, and he told him not to because the more you talk about stuff, that it gets in the algorithm, and you don't talk about it, to go away. And I tell Joanne that makes a whole lot of sense. Don't talk about it, let it go.
Hmm.
Yeah, and move forward, and and he got up there and preached. Charles wants to take over. That's what Charles wants to do.
Yeah, I wonder what happened with Papa preaching. Why, because remember, Papa was preaching, but he wasn't even there at the church that day.
No, no, he wasn't there. So I guess to me it makes sense because that's his associate pastor. I guess to let him do it, and then he take a step back and pretend him and his wife are together, and we know they ain't because he got a side piece too, and it's gonna happen. He
Well,
always say,
she cut it off with she broke it off with Jake.
she broke not oh yeah no yeah she broke it off with Jake, yeah, because he went to go see her and apologize, and she told him to delete her phone number. He don't care.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. I'm
and
sorry.
oh, you and that your that N word. Anyway, um,
They
yeah,
saying it on here, cat.
yeah, I get it. Okay, where we at now?
We was talking about Tatiana. What is her real name? Is it Tiana?
I guess so. I'm not sure of what. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what they call a Tiana,
Tatiana.
You crazy.
No, that's the preacher. Pastor
I,
Zeke.
yeah, that's the first lady though, ain't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, you breaking up again, Lisa.
You said I'm breaking up again.
Okay, you sound better. You sound better right there. I don't know what happened, but you sound better right
I don't
there.
know why it's
I don't know if
making.
you do it. Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. You still
What's
there,
she gonna
Joe?
carry in this can? Is she pregnant? These things.
I know it. That's why Victor got up and helped her to carry it. I thought I was wondering that too. She up there carrying that big old thing. That all of that. Did that make any sense? No, it does not make any sense. That don't make no sense at all. She could have got. She got two men sitting right there. You could have gave it to one
Exactly.
of them. One of them could have carried it.
So he just told Victor that Victor told he said he heard he looked that the Alicia like him younger than him.
Yeah.
He gonna make her think that he trying to go with Bacardi or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
because yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's why he questioned her about it. Yeah, while he was
exactly,
there because he done
exactly.
planted that in. He done planted that in his mind, but he just messing with it. He was just messing with it. Yeah. Uh, in the last episode, they didn't even show it. I was about to wonder about the restaurant. He still had smokers, but I see they showed it this time in season two because they didn't show it last in the first episode. But did he ever open up that other one out of town?
No.
He didn't. Okay. Because that was Duna. Duna was wanting to launder money through there, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they
That's
went.
why he happy he gone.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they glad Duna gone. I think everybody dancing on Duna's grave. I
They
wonder
sure
what.
haven't gave no funerals yet.
They sure ain't. I don't know what they want. Maybe they give him in the next episode.
Oh nah, she going on the thing and telling that he hooking up with Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, she went on the live stream saying
That's
that
crazy.
he was
She
messing around
crazy
with
for
the
that.
first lady.
His hair pretty. Whoever do his hair, they hooking it up.
Yeah, they said he should have. She had no better picking up his phone. That's what she had no better doing. And like
You
she
know,
said, he shouldn't have had it in there. But he didn't have to say it, the first lady. He just could have just said what
it
she
could have been
said.
anybody. That's
Yeah,
my
like she
first
said.
lady,
There you go. Yeah, because she asked him that. She said, so that's your first. Like, yeah, I would have left it just like that. Yeah. But no, he got to brag about it. So,
He told her none of her business.
mm-hmm.
We not
Oh,
together.
yeah, he definitely told her that. We're not
and,
together.
and what he said, he don't like clingy. He don't do clingy.
Mm-mm. Yeah, he don't do clingy. He told her, I don't think so. Y'all done slept together. That's all he wanted with his black eye, his busted lip. That's it.
What y'all think behind this door? What's behind this door?
Oh, nothing. The outside. He said Nook, only reason Nook was able to get in, he said him and Dula used to meet there. And that's how he knew how to open up the door because Victor couldn't open it for him.
Oh,
Yeah, and Nook knew how to open it. So ain't nothing back there. When they show open it anyway, it wasn't nothing back there. But we'll see.
Probably where she
Emmett
gonna
got
put her
back with
stock at and stuff.
Emmett got back at Nook. I couldn't believe it. I like what?
Yeah, he told Nook, he said, don't, what did he say, don't question him. What did he say to Nook in the hospital?
I don't
He said
remember, but I know
he
he
got
got
back
with
with
him.
him. He got back with him. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He didn't, he stood his ground. He ain't scared of you.
He was like, you not even qualified or something to watch my child. You can't even watch my child or something.
Hmm.
Nuck said, and he got back with him.
He sure did, and I don't blame him either. I don't care who you are. Yeah. If anything happened to anybody else at that time, they know they're gonna look at him.
And then he got the cursing and here Keisha. Now stop doing that around the kids.
Who said that, Nisa? Who said that?
Keisha,
Keisha did.
Oh,
Keisha. Yeah, and she didn't even actually put the shoe on. She just gave it, put it in his chest. He said, "Go put his shoe
Mhm.
on. Go put his shoe on." Talking about he tired. She said, "I'm the one. I'm the one pregnant, not you." One time, and then her and Keisha and her and Tiff had a moment. Talking about, yeah, they both gonna be wobbling around there. Yeah, y'all are. And the same thing, and Emmy got a little jealous, didn't he, when she told him Tiff was pregnant. That's pretty much what he was telling Nook at the hospital.
And Nook jealous because Keisha pregnant.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is.
and so
So,
that's what Emmett was talking about in when they was in the emergency room waiting.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause he said he sounded like he's far he felt different about Tiff or something like that because she pregnant or something. Is that who you
yeah.
think he was trying to give him a sign or whatever that
I think he
you
told him. Didn't he tell him Keisha
he
was
just
pregnant?
said, sometimes when you be with a person, you think you're over them, then you find out
yeah,
something like that. He said, yeah,
exactly,
and then you
exactly.
still, and then you thought you
I
was
was
over
thinking that
them,
he
then
trying to
all
tell
of a
him,
sudden,
yeah.
well, ladies, I think we done pretty much summed it up.
So what's your prediction? What you think?
I think that, like you said, I do believe that Alicia and Tiff gonna come to blows, but I think their relationship is strong enough to make it through. I think they're gonna be okay because that's her grandchild. She don't want her to leave because she want to play a part in her life. But I still feel like she's going to try to run her life, but Tiff is not gonna let her do it. But far as Tiff and Victor and Nook, I don't really see that. I don't see Nook, but I maybe Victor, but Victor like transgender, so I don't know if that's going to. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on that part. And
Who is Deja? Deja is the preacher's wife. Talk about
Tatiana.
uh, um talking about how he
Where's
was
Deja? Gemma's lady girlfriend.
You're breaking Lisa.
the one that was with Duda when he got killed. She gave him some, getting with him, and then he got killed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He died
yeah.
happy, didn't he?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, she left. That was Alicia's right hand girl lady. She was the one that was running the lounge, the one that she let Tiff run. Yeah, and she told her she couldn't do it no more. So she quit. She left. So I don't know if she's gonna be back on the show or not. Or if she's gonna come back later on. But yeah, but that was her name, Deja. The
I
one
think
that.
that was her name. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. So that's kind of my predictions, and far as that, right now there's not really a lot that I can kind of break down because they didn't really show a lot. So as far as Bakari, I think he's
Is this
gonna
girl really
probably.
crying? Oh, y'all said that?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah, but as far as
Yeah, it was kind of slow. So this week should be a bang. We should have a lot to talk about.
yeah, because I think we done pretty much. So what's your prediction, Lisa? What you think?
So did this girl like Papa? Why she telling Papa about?
Because they used to date.
She gonna figure out this. No.
No, they used to date in
Well, you
school,
think
in
she gonna
high
tell
school.
Papa?
Nah, no, she ain't never. No, they didn't used to date. Okay, I thought you were talking about the other girl. No, they just friends. No, she not gonna tell Hold on, wait till Lisa come back in. Okay, go ahead, Lisa.
Well, I don't really have. Well, only thing I can say is I wonder is they brother gonna show up next this week.
Who's brother?
Who, Reg,
Yeah.
whatever you said his name was, Reg.
Oh, yeah.
Where Cat at? Cat gone.
I'm here. I'm here.
My phone is. I don't know why my phone acting up. Maybe because it's dead. I
Okay.
be charging it, and that's why. Wow. But
Okay then.